Hi Billy, what I want to do is explain this spreadsheet to you. So on this first tab I have both math and reading, and what I did was I went by grade level, and so I totaled the growth column and then I got an average for the number of um, data points that you have, and then I omitted any large drops that were greater than 10, and then I got this scores because I think this represents people that didn't really try on the test. So that's the assumption I'm making in that. So you have 6th grade math, 6th grade reading had an average growth of 3.8, 6th grade math an average growth of 3.5 when you omit the large drops. 7th grade had an average growth of 6.3 when you omit the large drops in math, and they had an average growth of 1 in reading, omitting the large drops again. 8th grade, they had an average growth of 3.1, and in math, and then 8th grade in reading, when you omit the large drops, they had an average growth of 3.1. So doing real well in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade with those growths. Average growth of around 3 to 3.5 is average for nationwide. All right, so looking at the average growth in math for 9th grade, it was a drop of negative 1.75. An average growth of reading in 9th grade, when you omit the large drops, we had a negative 1.75 as well. In 10th grade math, when you get rid of the large drops, an average growth of 2.25. And as you get to the older grades, the growth is usually not as large. In 10th grade reading, we have an average growth of 3.1, so that's pretty good. In 11th grade math, an average growth of 1.5, and 11th grade reading, an average growth of 2.56 when you omit those large drops. Now in these second tabs, I separated out by math and reading. So in the math, you'll see an overall math score that includes an average of 0.178 for all, but then when you omit the drops, I got an average growth of 1.08. Okay, and in reading, I got an average growth of negative 0.42 and an average growth of 1.08. So I haven't had time to double check these numbers, but when I look at this and go by grade level and see these numbers, and then I look at these, they're just not making sense to me. So I've got to dig in and try to figure out why not, and figure some things out there. But I'm pretty confident on these numbers over here being accurate based on the calculations that I've done. So let me know if you have any questions.